Hi everybody. As most of you probably know, or I'd like to think that most of you know, since I've been trying to tell people through various means, especially on the cool Google Plus community, come and join us. It's really cool. PVC, archery, and crafting on Google Plus. I've been telling people that I went to Turkey. I went to Istanbul. Now, y'all know I really like Turkish bows, Ottoman-style bows, things like that. So you can imagine how excited I was to go. On the way through New York, I went to the American Museum of Natural History, took a lot of videos and pictures. I've shared the videos, but not the pictures yet. And I wanted to do the same thing for all the places I went to in Istanbul. First amongst the museums was the Archaeological Museum, and the Topkapi Palace Museum, and finally, the absolute hands-down best was the Istanbul Military Museum. This was unbelievable. So I wanted to share what I took from that vacation with everybody here, and I hope you enjoy it.
Which I'm not going to. You'll be amazing. Yeah. Hold on here.
Давай. Добрый вечер, дом папы.
What's a quiver?
Çantası.
Yeah, not very good pictures.
Да, I know. Ничего, Юлька. Ziger. Oh. Ziger? Thumb ring, yeah? Thumb ring. Sieper.
Oh, yeah.
Sieper and Ziger. And it's quite pretty actually. I like it, yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Probably. The Hitron. Haha, что там?
Давай.
Curved, Kilichlock, swords. Halls here we have scene depicting what they call Hun Turks and Mongols attacking the Great Wall of China. Most amusing, I think, is the bow. Pretty cool there. It actually looks like a Grozer or Kasai bow. Anyway, at least the fletching looks pretty much like every other fletching that I've seen. I like the eagles. And the next interesting thing, over here they've got Central Asian Turkish culture. If you should be able to read that. Very general. They show a Buryat bow and quiver over there in the bottom right. That's pretty cool because my wife is from right around there. They've got a whole bunch of bows which aren't really strung. They don't even really look like bows. They're strung through the base of the sia. You can just barely see that. Wrapped real weird like. And these arrows do look like they're tapered. Some arrowheads. Anyway, pretty cool. There's some They're saying that's a Hunnish bow there. Nifty. Scenes depicting encirclement. That's pretty darn cool. Ah, yes. Origins of the Turkish people, at least in historical records, would be the Koltigan inscriptions and monuments. List of Khans. That's great. Very artistically done version of Attila's head. Of course, we have no idea what the man looked like. The later Uyghur Khan. Oh, the Turkish alphabet. So this is done as the Koltigan inscriptions, the Göktürk alphabet. That's pretty darn cool. Awesome. And the Uyghur alphabet, which was then developed later into the Mongol alphabet. That's fantastic stuff. Ah, yeah. And then the Atlantic Huns. Like this. Talking about 375 being the first time they were seen here. I think that's a bit optimistic. All we know is that in 375, we know that the Goths crossed the Danube because of them. Further details are murky. Here we are in the Hall of Archery. Training arrows. Man, this is incredibly cool. And again, you can see the grain really well. I hope you can zoom in on this. Just go ahead and download the video if you can. If you can't, I'll try and make it available in another way. They are amazingly delicate at the front and back ends. Here are the puta oklari, target arrows. So the training arrows they have over there, the target arrows, some of them are also incredibly thin. The green ones in the middle tend to be pretty fat, surprisingly fat. Whistling arrows. Oh, these are the whistling tips. Mehmet Gulam, the one who made my bow, he actually gives you a little tutorial on his website of how to make really, really cool whistling arrows. Flight arrows for practice. Man, look at that. Just look at how delicate those things are. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Really low, thin fletching. Oh man, and over there we've got some bows. Pan up, pan up. The bottom left is from 1845. The one on the top left is 1715. The Crimean Tatar bow is not dated, unfortunately. And the Turkish bow from 1601 is down there. Wow, that is really, really amazingly robust looking. That one down there looks incredibly heavy. I'll take good pictures and then it'll show better in the light. Unfortunately, our light just isn't that good. Here's some targets. They're cup-shaped. There's another one. Some more arrows. Again, beautiful. I mean, they look amazing. And some inscriptions. An archery certificate for Sultan Selim III, 1789. And on top. Mustafa Khan, published by Martyr Sultan Selim Khan, son of Mustafa Khan. Don't exactly know what that is, but it's nice. Oh, this one down here was actually an archery certificate for Rumeli Mustafa Aya. Anyway, if you like these, just pause them and you can go ahead and do what you like with them. Some more archery targets.
sadak, quiver. The drawing of a bow over there, which is actually pretty nice. 1703 Turkish bow. Beautiful horn on the back. Man, the horn's exposed. The arrows are also made in the 18th century. They look like war... Yeah, they are war arrows. They're longer. More sipers there in the back. And a bow up there. Gosh, these are gorgeous. I'm just going to keep going and show you everything, and then I'll take some nice pictures. Javelins, which don't really interest me all that much. A quiver. Some more quivers. Fire arrowheads. Not all that interesting to me. African quivers, arrows, and bow. Not my thing, but interesting to see. I wonder what it is, maybe palm wood? I sure can't tell. More Turkish quivers there in the back, box-shaped, very cool. More arrows, flight arrows from the 19th century. Oh, that's great. These ones are real flight arrows. Look at this little thin, I think, parchment fletches. So delicate. And have writing on them. Man, that's awesome. And a puta up there, an archery target. Let me show these first. Spiral fletching or flu fletching. Looks like an unfinished bow. Oh, it's a bow made by Jim Dunmes. Yeah. So it's very new, the puta leather target. Bronze arrowhead from when? The Iron Age? Wow. So there you go. That's pretty much the bulk of the archery. Oh, no, I was wrong. So some more quivers. A string maker, which is really what I need to be doing. That's a great one. Nice and adjustable with wooden pegs instead of screws that'll damage it. Raw arrows being made. And more bows, of course. Oh, it's in the process. Parts. You can just barely see it. Is there a place I can hit for more light in here? Some of these exhibits have buttons where you can turn on more lights, but this is it. So that's it. You see the core, the handle, the limb splices. That's unusual. I thought for the most part Turkish ones weren't made like that, but I guess there are exceptions to every rule. That one's a 19th century bow.